Hiya, this is a really basic recipe. Killing two birds with one stone. I've just this minute got in from work. It's 20 to 9. Don't feel too sorry for me, I didn't start work till probably like 2 o'clock. So yes, I've been over to Harpenden to see a very nice man who I did a mortgage for before Christmas, and he's bought me a crate of virgin wine. So chuffed about that as well, and quite good as well. He asked me before that he was going to get it, and he said what do I want, so like anything but not rosé. So I've got 6 white and 6 red. Anyway, I've had one person asked me how I did Slimming World chips in the actifry, and somebody else said, am I going to do some less complicated, not complicated, some less spicy recipes. So I'm just going to get my knife out of here. So I'm going to do one of my favourite lunches. It's a bit, it's basic. But when I had this at Slimming World, everyone's like, oh, I didn't think about that. So it might be a bit of an idea. So Slimming World chips, I've got a decent potato. I'll cut that manky bit off actually. I'm going to do some chips and some wedges. I never bother peeling them, just make sure it's really dry. So I've just given this potato wash, and then, just in case you've never seen anyone chopping a potato before, I'm just going to chip this one. I like to do some a little bit fatter and some a little bit skinnier than each other, so you get sort of some crispy bits and some more interesting bits. So that's that, and then do my wedges one, which is going to be obviously into wedges. And again, I don't like to have them too fat, I like to have them skinnier so they've got crispy bits on them. A bit of a mixture. And then I'm going to get a clean tea towel. Yeah. Heavily stained but clean. Just going to make sure these are really, really dry because I want them to be nice and crispy. Sorry, I'm making this look a lot harder than it is. So, yeah, just drying them off. Dropping them on the floor. And then my actifry that I bought from the auction for about £10. Going to stick these in here. The more you have in here, if you fill it up to the top, they take ages to cook. I always like to sort of have it half full. It's a bit like the tumble dryer. If you try and shove as much in there as you can, it doesn't pay off because it takes ages and ages. I'm going to salt and pepper mine as well. Then it's a simple, well, the obvious really, spray fry like them. And it's what I normally do is I let them whiz around half a dozen times in the actifry. They take quite a while to cook in here, probably about 40 minutes. Yeah, so I'll just let them whiz around. Say it's got air in the actifry as well, so it sort of it heats and it's got like a heating element, which is sort of like hot air, and then the arm that swishes them around. So the hot air dries them out. So I spray them after they've been how dusty my actifry is. And that is that. I shall see you back in about 40 minutes. Oh yeah, welcome back. I'm more or less done now. They're done now. And here are chips in the actifry. They're not quite as good as if you put a little bit of oil on, but they're pretty damn good. And then my other tip for them is if you grate your bit of cheese on there with a really, really fine grater. I'll use my Aldi special. Literally a tiny, tiny bit of cheese goes a long way. And then it's probably like about 15 grams of cheese. And then because of the oil in the cheese, it sort of makes the chips go a little bit, as you can see it now, it's sort of like melting on there now, so it makes them look like makes you feel like you're eating greasy chips a little bit. And then of course, my baked beans. So this is probably one of my favourite lunches. So just another idea. I'm not great at portion control, but I'm going to share these. So I shall see you back tomorrow with something a bit more exotic. No, not exotic, a little bit more involved. But say it's late and I just wanted to put something up. And say someone genuinely did ask how you do chips in the actifry. So there is that. You can see it now. You can see the cheese melted on there, so it sort of makes it look greasy. So yeah. And I'll see you back tomorrow.